interesting thought this morning. And I think it's probably good to address, especially for, us as men. And I guess if you look at a biblical reference, it would be the story about David and Abigail. David basically sent his men out, and he was helping this one guy. I don't know the reason why he was helping him, but his name was Nabal. And Nabal was a pretty rich guy. And David, he had his men around, and they basically protected them while they were in their situation. And Nabal, I guess, was a foreigner. But he was helping him anyway. And he sent his guys to him and was like, hey, we've been helping you guys out for whatever reason. We was wondering if you could hook us up. Give us something that, you don't have to be, we're not demanding anything, but whatever you can spare, hook us up. But Nabal's response was, I don't know who you are. Forget you. Get out my face. You know what I mean? And he told this to David's men. David went back. His men went back and told David, and of course, man who's being respectful of another man, and then if you get disrespected by that man, it's gonna probably take you off, if you ain't careful. And so David was like, all right, bet. If I'm gonna do something good for you, but you gonna do something bad to me, all right, I'm gonna take care of you behind. So he got his men all armed up and everything, and he was about to head out. Well, meanwhile, the wife of Nabal's name was Abigail, and this woman, she's described as intelligent and beautiful. And so the servant went and told her because, the servant realized that the man is not the smartest guy. And so he went up there and said, hey, David's men talked to the master, and his brother put him down, and David's men ain't been nothing but good to us. They helped us, they protected us, and made sure nobody else harmed us while we were doing our crops and everything. And the master basically just put him down and disregarded him. And so Abigail was like, oh my God, because she felt, and the servant felt, that because of the disrespect, that David was probably going to come back and take vengeance on him. And so this woman, Abigail, she was smart enough to realize the situation and who her husband. And so she got a bunch of stuff together, and a bunch of pies, cakes, bread, everything she could think of or get her hands a hold to, so that she could avoid this situation. And she sent her servant up there, and the servant was like, hey, they took the food up, and then she followed behind them. And this woman basically pleaded for her family, her livelihood, and her husband, and said, hey, my husband is not the smartest man in the world, basically, in so many words. And we're really, please don't listen to him, just avoid him, because we know, or she knew, that he was going to be great. You know what I'm saying? David was going to be king. And she was like, I don't want no beef with you. You know what I mean? In fact, remember me, that I, tried to acknowledge you, respected you, and I actually made good on you helping us out. And David basically said, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry, and I'm not going to do anything. And cool. So she went back, told her husband, and but that's the main part of the story of the biblical basis of this conversation. But the conversation, which I guess I'll have to make it short, maybe. Yeah, hopefully, we'll see. But there's a difference between educated women and intelligent women. And I think a lot of people most educated people in the world needs to be done. But as far as education and intelligence in women, is anybody can learn and retain knowledge if you have that mental capacity. And that knowledge can make you smarter or more knowledgeable on a particular subject area or piece of information or situation. But that doesn't necessarily make you wise or intelligent. An intelligent person is able to see situations that could possibly go bad. So they have foresight. Like Abigail, she's like, well, because of the situation, she realized she was intelligent enough, not educated, intelligent enough to know that situation probably was not going to work out very well. That's intelligence. Education, somebody can put that in a book and put it in education, but you don't really see that in the book. But that was intelligence she used, and intelligence, wisdom, and discernment that she used to avoid a situation that could have resulted in her life being destroyed. She could have lost her livelihood. She could have lost her husband. She could have lost her. She could have lost everything because of her husband basically being a jerk. Okay, and then not being appreciative, which is a strong, independent woman characteristic. But education does not make a woman intelligent. And she can have 1,000 degrees, 1,000 master's degrees, doctorates, whatever certifications, and that would not make her an intelligent woman. That would make her an educated woman. She can be certified. She could be well qualified to do a lot of stuff, but that don't mean she's going to be able to survive in life in situations that are not covered in the book. All right, an intelligent person can operate within the means of the book because they have the knowledge of a lot of different things. In a specific area, more than likely. Everybody don't know everything, and ideally, you would have an intelligent person that's educated. But now we have a whole lot of people that are educated, but they're not necessarily intelligent. And I believe that's one of the issues that we have in the strong, independent woman movement and boss chick and all this other stuff. And they consider that something that makes them above men, and that is not true. Now, if an intelligent woman, she's going to have some status, she's going to have some wisdom, and she's going to have a level of respect from men because of her intelligence. Because intelligence is something that is visible. You can actually see that when you talk to the person. If a woman, or anybody really, if they have to show you their degree to prove that they're intelligent, they're not intelligent, or they're not that intelligent, or they're not intelligent as they think they are. And I think that's something that we need to realize when we're looking at women, choosing women, also just people in general, is to realize that a person's position, their degree, or whatever they have does not make them intelligent. Intelligence is something you should be able to pick up when you're talking to them. You should be able to talk to them and actually be like, dang, that's pretty cool. Or, you know what? I agree with you. That's some straight up facts right there. But it shouldn't be something that they have to look at or reference a piece of paper to prove. And so, look for intelligence in a woman, not degrees. And a woman with a degree can have intelligence, but a woman with a degree may not have that intelligence. So, but I think that's probably good enough. And but like, comment, subscribe if you like this, and I'll see what else I can throw out there. I had a different plan, but might actually include this because sometimes planning is absent of execution. So I'm trying to change it a little bit, at least get something out there rather than actually messing, because the other stuff is a little bit more labor intensive. But just my thoughts. But if you could, subscribe if you like it. Give me a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get 2 thumbs up, but one is cool. But y'all take care, and I hope you have a good one.